From Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania, just outside of Philadelphia. He works in radio. He's a disc jockey and an assistant program director. He's won $32,000. What are you going to do if you win the big bucks?
Well, wow, boy. If I win the big bucks, I always wanted a Mustang.
No.
Just always have. No real reason. I'm not a car kind of guy. I just love the way they look, and I've driven one, and I'll need $1 million probably to afford insurance for it. But that's probably the first thing I would do. And then since I am married and have a 10-week-old baby, I think my wife would be like, come on, here's the rest. So I am going to also try to talk her into a trip to Australia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And what are you going to send Daryl?
Daryl gets squatta.
Squatta means
Squatta.
stacks of wax in radio,
Stacks
doesn't it?
of wax.
All right, Neil. Not bad here. We're down to one lifeline, 50-50,
okay.
but you're going for $64,000, and you're 5 questions away from $1 million. Let's take a look at it. Let's play. By definition, if you are a viticulturist, which of the following would you grow? Grapes, oranges, olives, figs.
Let's use 50-50.
All right. Computer, would you take away 2 of the wrong answers, please, leaving just 1 wrong answer and the correct one? Grapes or olive. And you understand here, you take a guess, you get it right, you'll win 64. If you get it wrong, you're not losing it.
Exactly. My first instinct was saying grapes, but that's just a guess. I'm going to just say grapes. I don't know the answer to it, so I'm going to say grapes.
Final answer?
Final answer.
You guessed right. You won $64,000. There it is, my man.
Oh, man.
Isn't this better than going to somebody's wedding and spinning all those records?
I'm getting paid more.
You sure are. $125,000, but no lifelines left.
Oh, yo.
4 away from $1 million. If you miss it here, you'll be reduced by $32,000. But let's take a look at the question for $125,000. Who was the only U.S. president never to marry? Franklin Pierce, Chester A. Arthur, James Buchanan, James Polk.
Fellow Pennsylvanian, James Buchanan. C, final answer.
Said with great confidence. Final answer. You're right, James Buchanan. Wow. Hang it out here.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy, thank God he was from Pennsylvania, right? $250,000 coming up. No lifelines. It's all up to you, Neil. Neil, can you hear me?
I'm flying on a wing and a prayer now.
All right.
St. Regis.
Here's the Regis you got to worry about. You're going to lose $93,000 if you get it wrong. You know that. But here it is for $250,000. What character in Greek mythology was condemned to continuously roll a heavy stone up a hill? Hercules, Sisyphus, Prometheus, Apollo.
I'm fairly confident that the answer is Sisyphus.
You know your Greek mythology, do you?
I know Hercules, son of Zeus, half mortal. I know Prometheus, god of fire, and I know Apollo, god of the sun. I'm going to say Sisyphus B.
You missed this, you know. You'll go down to $32,000. You'll lose $93,000. But if you get it, you got $250,000 waiting.
I understand that. 32 still 32. Let's rock and roll. Let's say Sisyphus.
You want to rock and roll on this?
Let's do it.
Final answer?
Final answer.
You're right, it was Sicily. Oh, my God. Way to go. We're going for $500,000. Come back. We'll let you know what happened. Neil Larrimore, that's what he's won, $250,000. Incidentally, that brings our total of money that we've given away on the show up to $5 million.
Wow.
But $250,000, and you've been terrific, man. You lost that, you couldn't come up with you lost a lifeline on the very first $100 question. Then we had Daryl, let's not even go into it. And then the 50-50. But here you are, battling with no lifelines left and going for $500,000, 2 questions away from the big prize. Did you think it would go this far?
Oh, no.
Well, neither did we, but anyway.
Amazing. This is absolutely amazing.
You're doing great. All right, take a look at this one now for $500,000. Let's play. Which of the following actors has not portrayed Jesus Christ in the movies? Max von Sydow, Willem Dafoe, Jeffrey Hunter, Charlton Heston.
Not.
Just a reminder, you got it wrong, you'd lose $218,000. If you get it right, $500,000 and on your way to $1 million.
Yeah. Well, here's my situation.
Yes.
I know 2 of them that have, and I don't know 2 of them that haven't. Well, Willem Dafoe, Last Temptation of Christ. Know that. Pretty, almost absolutely positive that Charlton Heston at some point or another has done it. Max von Sydow, Jeffrey Hunter, I don't know either. So there's no way that my wife will let me risk $218,000.
Yeah.
I'm going home with $250,000.
All right, my man, you said it. How about a big hand for Neil Larrimore? Did a great job, Neil. Here you go. Congratulations.
Thank you
were
very
terrific.
much. Oh, man.
Great.
Thanks so
Good
much.
Neil got us so excited we forgot to tell you the correct answer to the question, who has never played Jesus? Charlton Heston. So that's the end of this series. All of us here are overwhelmed by your response to the show. We really appreciate you watching. How much you seem to have enjoyed what we do here. Thank you, AT&T. Thank you, McDonald's. If you can't live without the show, remember, go to abc.com and play the fantastic online game. Until next year, everybody from New York, happy Thanksgiving.